gentleman I'm about to introduce is a fabulous entertainer. We have him here for many, many times at the Smoke and Mirrors Magic Theater. He performs all over the United States. He's an outstanding entertainer. He's an outstanding magician. He's outstanding behind that curtain right now. Please welcome Mark Zacharia.
Keep the applause going for Danny Archer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you. Oh, Danny, you promised me a good-looking audience. You over-delivered today. Thank you very much. Yes, it is true. My name is Mark, but enough about me. This show is going to be all about first time. I saw a piece of magic, and it's interesting, some of the props that magicians use sometimes. This is like, I don't know if you guys work out, some of my younger friends out there, if you ever work out in the garage with mom or dad, do you guys even use rope, or are you in the bungee cord generation now, right? I mean, we used to use the rope for things like tying things to the roof, like my sister. I'm kidding. We never tied her. So here's the thing, and I love this about it because this is really the only magic I know with an ordinary piece of rope. And I know it's an ordinary piece of rope because it has everything an ordinary piece of rope should have. It has two ends, one on either side, and a middle located conveniently in the center. That's right. Now, if this were a piece of that tricky magician's rope that you would get at the tricky magician's store, which it is not. Well, I suppose you'd be able to take the ends around like this. You'd be able to take a pair of tricky magician's scissors, and you would be able to cut the rope. If this were a piece of that tricky magician's rope, giving you two pieces of rope that are exactly the same length, except for this one and this one. Actually, that's not. No. It's just, well, whether the same length up here, just not down here. That's horrible, isn't it? No, if this were a piece of that tricky magician's rope, which it's not, of course, they would be the same length, which would look, I suppose, a little bit like, oh yeah, now he's good. Yeah, okay, good. And so, but I will say, and I want to make sure that you can see this even over here, that is the piece of magic I would show you if either one of these pieces of rope was a piece of rope from the tricky magician's store. Since neither one of these pieces of rope is a piece of rope from the tricky magician store, I'm left showing you the only magic I know, well, with an ordinary piece of rope. So I'll start again. We have two pieces. Oh, thank you. So look, here's the thing. If this were a piece of that tricky magician's rope, and it's not, I would be able to take the ends, and I would be able to wrap them. And by the way, why do they call them ends, right? That's just so pessimistic, isn't it? Why do they call them beginnings? Is that just me? Apparently it is. We'll take the ends of the rope, we'll wrap them one around the other. Now this makes what magicians officially call a knot. Use the same language you do. I'm going to wave my hands, I'm going to say some magic words. Do we have any magic words? Have a banana? No, I ate before the show. I thought, oh, that's not what you said, I'm sorry. How about this? We'll simply say the magic words clap now on the count of 1, 2, 3. Clap now. Yeah, that was very enthusiastic. 1, 2, 3! Clap. That was nice. Actually, if we were to do this, we would actually be able to get the ends to come off. Which is not the strangest part about this magic. No, the stranger part is that despite the fact that I have two ends with no middle over here, I now have a middle with no ends over here, which is more than odd. So, of course, that is what I would show you if either the ends or the middle were a piece of that tricky magician, which, of course, it is not. So, since it is not, I will wave my hands backwards. I don't even know what that means. And I will, well, I'll just put it back on and I'll start again. Now, the fact of the matter is, and you guys are sharp, I mean, you guys are sitting here, you all have the equivalent of a front row seat over here, right? If I really could take the ends off a piece, if I really could take the ends off a piece of rope, it stands to reason that I should just as easily be able to take the middle off too, but that would be silly, because that would give me a middle with no ends over here, and two ends with no middle. You've seen this before, sir? It's okay, I understand. I'm gonna slow down. Look, I'll tell you what, look. Here, we'll get the middle, and we'll put it back about the center. Yeah, that works for me too. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Look, we're obviously challenged over here. I know I'm finding the challenge, right? And the challenge, of course, is where to exactly find the center of the rope. The secret is, to find the center of the rope, if you're not going to measure it, is, well, you have to double the rope to put it, double the rope to make it half the length. It's a language challenge. And, well, anyway, if I have the ends here, I have the middle. If I have the ends here, I have the middle here. That's easy enough to follow. So to make sure I don't have a challenge anymore, I'll put the ends in my pocket, right here. I'll put the ends by my end. Makes it easy to remember, okay? So if the ends are here, well, the middle is here. The ends are here, the middle is here. Easy enough. So I won't have the problem I had a moment ago when, what's that? Oh, wait a second. If the ends are here, that means the middle is here. That really is the only magic I know with a regular pizza. Thank you. Oh, just my way of making 60 minutes seem like an hour. We're having some fun now. Am I right?